Greetings. This video is to set you up and get you started with the egg lab, in which we take an egg and we subject it to some changes. Okay? The egg lab looks like this. And in this lab, we are going to put an egg in vinegar for 24 hours. We're going to put the same egg in corn syrup for 24 hours, and we're going to put the same egg in tap water for 24 hours. Before we get started with any of this, I want you to predict. First, I want you to predict if the mass and size of the egg will change and how it will change if placed in vinegar for 24 hours. And then predict same for corn syrup and the same for tap water. Your prediction should include some prediction of change in or not of mass or size. Pause the video, make your predictions, and then continue. So I have here an egg. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine the mass of the egg. To determine the mass of the egg, because an egg will roll, I'm going to put the egg in a cup. So I should probably figure out what the mass of the cup is first. Let me switch the camera over here. You can see the scale. It's going to be upside down, but you can see the results on the scale anyway. That's the point. So first, the cup has a mass of 8.5 grams. Okay. Then, if I put the egg in the cup and the egg has a mass of 101 grams. That's the initial size of the egg, okay, in terms of its mass. We're going to be measuring the mass of the egg after each of the changes that we propose to it. I also need to measure the size of the egg. So on your paper, it shows you that you want to measure the long circumference and the short circumference, and we want to do this in centimeters. So I'm going to measure the long circumference. The centimeters on this measuring tape are the really small marks at the bottom here. I'm going to measure the long circumference, and I'll show you on the camera so that you can see what it is. You can see that the end of the measuring tape for the long circumference is right around 18.3 long circumference. And for the short circumference, the measuring tape is right around, you can see, 16 centimeters. 18.3 and 16 centimeters. So we've measured our mass of our egg and our circumference long and short and written those down. And now we're going to put the egg in the cup and we're going to cover it in vinegar. That's the first day. And so I'm going to pour vinegar in until the egg is submerged in the vinegar. I'm going to do some observing. What do we notice about the egg in the vinegar? I don't know if you can see along the edges of it, bubbles are forming. And those bubbles are rising to the top. Okay. And also you'll notice that the egg sunk to the bottom in the vinegar. It's touching the bottom, so it's sunk to the bottom. So those are some observations for you. Write down the date. This is day 1. And now you have the beginning of your egg lab. Tomorrow, a video will post for day 2. Thank you.